fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Friday, everyone. It is always exciting when we get to a Friday. I feel like I need to do a little Friday dance. And I'm so excited about today's show. I take you inside of Peter Franklin Jewelers and check out their beautiful new location. In studio, the Red Cross is joining me to give us some important tips about home safety during the holiday season. And I speak with the Managing Fear author about how to overcome fear and anxiety. That and more after a break.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Peter Franklin Jewelers. I am at Peter Franklin Jewelers, who specialize in premier fine jewelry. They're established in Fort Wayne, but just opened up a brand new store off of Jefferson. We're on the inside. Let's explore. Come on. Joining me now is Brandon Mitchell. Hi.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Congratulations on this new open.
Yep, we are very excited to be opened.
That is really exciting. So this is your fourth store.
It is.
Okay, and Peter Franklin has been around for almost, it's about to be 35 years.
Exactly, yeah.
And so what an exciting accomplishment. So tell me about this opening and the creation of this new store.
Well, I mean, it's been a long time coming. We've been in the works in the development of this store for quite a while. And we're just happy to be here and then continue to serve this area, so.
Yes, and so with driving up or driving past, you can't miss it on Jefferson.
That's for
and
sure.
What I love is the ambiance of it. It
absolutely.
gives me
the center is called a Morganite.
Cabin in the Aspens, right?
Is that right?
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
Okay, well, wonderful. I would love a tour.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
So as we walk in, we're greeted with a lot of really cool, colorful, fun pieces, precious and semi-precious gemstones and diamonds, all in different colors. If we have white gold and yellow gold and rose gold, something that we try to do is really try to have a really nice variety and selection. You know, whether you're looking for something that you can kind of wear every single day, or if it's something for a special occasion, we like to be able to have a wide ranging selection of different styles to be able to choose from. So
I love that. Oh my goodness, that rose gold.
Yeah, the rose gold, that's a really interesting gemstone. We have opals, London blue, topaz, and then the pink stone in the center is called a Morganite, and then throughout the whole setting are all diamond.
This is a fun ring.
It is a lot of fun.
Wow.
And then something that we try and hit on a lot too is our selection of men's gifts and jewelry.
Oh, yes.
So oftentimes the men get left out when it comes to the jewelry buying. They're not so thoughtful when it comes to that. But we do have a really nice selection for men when it comes to jewelry and also gifts for special occasions, for retirements or graduations, birthdays, certain holidays. We have really, really unique pieces that any guy would be able to enjoy.
One thing I love, Brandon, about walking around here is the experience, like the open window concept. It just really creates a really nice vibe as you're shopping and just kind of choosing out your jewelry.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the experience that someone comes in and has when they step into this store is really important for us.
Upstairs, you all kind of continue that celebration. So you help them with picking out jewelry, but you have a new event space. That will be open. Can you share with me about that?
Yeah, so we're going to be able to host different types of events like you mentioned. So we're going to do bridal events, engagement parties. We actually have a wedding reception that's scheduled for the end of this year that we're going to have out there. Make it available for a lot of really fun, cool activities. So we have a big open space. It wraps around this entire area that we have upstairs, the rotunda, so we can go outside when it's nice and feeling a little bit better. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to having a lot of the special events out there.
You guys get to be there for major moments in people's lives, and I've never seen before a jewelry store that offers an event space. That's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's carrying on that entire full experience for our customers, whether they're celebrating a special moment or something like this where they're looking to get engaged. Over here we have all of our engagement rings and wedding sets. So
this is probably the most popular area.
yeah, most definitely. So
yes, wow, look at these. These are beautiful.
Yeah, so we do it in 2 different ways. Well, 3 actually. We have preset engagement rings where, if there was someone who wanted to come in and pick this up and pop the question today, that's fully possible.
Yeah.
And then something else that we do that's a little unique is we have settings and diamonds, so you get to be able to choose the style of the ring that you like, and then be able to place the shape and the size of the diamond in the center of it. So you really get to make it unique and personal to the person that you're going to be proposing to, which is fun.
Yes, what a process, wow.
Yeah.
So can you show me a few designs so I can understand the different styles?
Yeah, there's so many different styles and designs, and again, this is something fun that we love to be able to carry all of those different styles. We have some things like here which are really dainty and fun and show off the center diamond really well.
Yes, that's lovely.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love that. They all feel so good. Ooh.
Yeah. And then we have a piece like this that has a traditional halo that goes around it. You have a split shank here, so a lot of different designs. Again, anything that we're seeing here can be done in any color gold. It can be done in any size. Again, we really like to be able to offer anything when it comes to what the customer is looking for.
That process is very intricate. And that sounds really cool.
It's a fun thing, to really get to make a truly custom piece for someone that is, made for them, make it even more memorable, make it more of an experience for them.
Yes. And what's going on behind? So this caught my eye.
Yeah. So this is one of our shops that we have here. Something unique to us is that everything that we do when it comes to the jewelry process is handled by us here at Peter Franklin. So when it comes to the repair process, we mentioned that custom process earlier. From even hand selecting all the pieces that we put in our showcases, everything's done right here under our roof.
Wow.
Yeah. As we talked about earlier, like I said, we're hand-picking all the pieces that we're bringing in here into our pieces. So again, we try to have a really wide range of different styles and different designs. We have pieces like this that are really whimsical. Really whimsical, and they use kind of open space to be able to show the design of the ring.
Wow.
From pieces.
That's unique.
Very unique.
Yes.
And then we have really, really exceptional pieces like this piece here. This is a 5-carat oval surrounded by another 1.5 carat full of colorless, brilliant, sparkling diamonds, all set in platinum. This is definitely a showstopper.
Yes, it is. Love it. And then I noticed that you have matching pieces. So of course you have your necklaces, your earrings and bracelets to match. Okay, tell me about this piece.
So this is a fun piece. This is a diamond tennis chain here. This is around 7 carats of diamonds. Here, I'll let you try that on.
Wonderful.
We'll try this piece on here too. This is a beautiful 5-carat diamond tennis bracelet.
Oh, wow, that is beautiful. That matches with the tennis necklace. So I have my necklace and my bracelet. What ring matches best?
Well, there's a lot of great picks for that. But let's try this guy right here.
Ooh. Oh, wow, yes.
So this one's kind of unique. This one has 2 different shapes of diamonds in it. This has round diamonds, and then through the center of it, what we call like a baguette style diamond, which are really, really popular right now. They let off a ton of sparkle and light.
Oh, I love this combination.
It's beautiful. Looks great.
If you want more information about Peter Franklin or are interested in finding out about how to rent out their event place, we will make sure that we put the contact information below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Peter Franklin Jewelers.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
During this time of year, many people struggle with anxiety and fear and seasonal depression. Joining me today is Stan Popovich. He is the author of A Layman's Guide to Managing Fear. Hi, Stan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. And so let's start off by sharing a little bit of your background and journey, because I understand that you have experienced anxiety and fear for a very long time in your life, but you wanted to do something about it to provide a guide. Please share more.
Yes, when I started college at Penn State in 1990, I struggled with fear and anxiety almost every day. And I was having trouble getting through my classes and just getting through each day. And eventually I realized that I had a problem and I needed to talk to somebody. So I talked to a counselor to get some additional advice on how to get through each day to manage my anxieties. I did this for about 20 years. Over time, I got a lot of advice and techniques that helped me get through each day. And then one day I realized I could put all my techniques into a small notebook. And eventually I got my book published entitled A Layman's Guide to Managing Fear. I then created a website, managingfear.com, where I talk about my book. And I also provide a lot of free advice on how to deal with your mental health issues during your life.
Yes, yes. And I understand through your story that throughout your journey, you had experienced so many self-help guides, books that you've read, therapists. I mean, you really poured money into trying to find a solution. And part of you creating this guide and website for others is just the fact that the real applicable tips weren't available. But now on your website, you provide them at a free, at no cost. It's for free on your website, which is wonderful. So can you share with us a few really important tips for those who are experiencing seasonal depression at the time?
Yeah. First, I talked to many different counselors, and when you talk to 4 or 5 different counselors, you get 4 or 5 different answers. And when I read a lot of books, a lot of the information was hard to find. I had to do a lot of reading and research. So I kind of put all that stuff together and went through and used each technique that was had the most impact in my life, and I include that on my website, which is free, and also in my book. As for techniques, the first thing you need to realize is that you admit that you have a problem dealing with fear and anxiety. Once you realize that you have a problem, the next step is to talk to a professional counselor. They can give you additional insights and advice on how to deal with your situation. In terms of specific techniques, take it one day at a time. Try to pace yourself. Don't try to do things all at once. Like, try to break things down into different tasks, which will reduce your anxieties. Self-visualization. When an incoming event comes up, you can try to practice doing that event in your mind so that when it comes, you're ready to go. Another technique is I call the 99% rule, that you really can't predict the future, because when you worry a lot, you feel like, well, I can predict the future, but usually you can't predict it accurately, and there's always situations and circumstances that can change your situation. And
Yeah.
also not to give up and to keep trying and dealing with your fears and anxieties. And there's a ton of other information that I provide on my website for free.
Yes, that's great. And you make such a great point. I mean, part of anxiety is fearing what hasn't happened yet. And so that whole method or concept rather of predicting the future. So I love that you gave tips just saying, hey, it may not happen the way that you have played it out in your head. So if you're going to do all that work of making up a story, make it be a positive one and walk into a situation with confidence. That's really great. And can you share with me more? So I know your website is quite extensive when it comes to the different topics and blogs and articles that people can read. Can you share with me some other areas of your site and information that you provide?
Basically, I have a section, like a blog, an article section, where I have about 70 articles with different topics. I also go over my book and how my book can help you. A Layman's Guide to Managing Fear. There's an order page where you can order my book on my website. There's information about my background on how I can help other people, and I also have a list of my interviews and publications that published my advice, because I write a lot of articles for magazines and newspapers around the United States, and a lot of them have been published, and I have a list of those on my website too.
Yes. Okay, that's wonderful. And throughout your journey, Stan, and utilizing these tips, how do you feel now as opposed to back when you were in college?
I feel a little bit better, but I also realize that this is something I'm going to struggle with the rest of my life. So this is what motivated me to learn as much as I can, because the more you learn, the easier it becomes. One of the best things is to learn from your experiences. When you're dealing with through an anxious situation, try to figure out what did I do the last time to get over it, and then try to apply those techniques in the future. I do that a lot, and some days are harder than others. I still struggle. I'm never going to be out of the woods, but I feel a lot better than I did when I first started.
Yes, I love that. That is so great. Thank you so much, Stan. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your journey and sharing about the tools that you are providing for anyone who needs to access them. So thank you. If you would like to find out more information about Stan and order his book, you can go to managingfear.com. And we'll be right back.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
When you need them, they are there. I am so excited to have back in studio with me Olivia Lusher, who is the Executive Director of the Red Cross. Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, it's so great to see you, and you're all festive, representing.
That's right.
I love it. Well, this time of year, there is so much happening with safety, with giving blood, with events and activities. So we have a lot of things to cover today. So let's start off with the primary act of giving blood. Can you share with me why it's important right now?
Absolutely. The need for blood doesn't stop. It definitely slowed down and had some hurdles during COVID, but as we move towards the endemic, the need for blood is still there. And so remember that California Road location is open 7 days a week. So really just a call to action that it's an easy way to just give back to your community.
Yes, because you never know the amount of lives that you are impacting by just simply going, and giving blood is free.
Absolutely. It's an easy way just to help someone's life, and whether it's at the California Road location or Lutheran Hospital, we'll find a time to fit you in.
That's perfect. That's so great. And you are actually creating, or launching rather, an initiative to help do that with the Badges of Blood, or the Battle of Badges, and this is your 28th annual year. Share with me about this event.
It's pretty exciting. So yes, the Battle of the Badges is the longest standing blood drive in the country of its kind. So we keep that honor close to our heart. Running from December 14th to the 19th, we hope to collect 800 units of blood.
That would be amazing.
Amazing. And it's really a neat way to bring the different areas of law enforcement and safety together. It's a friendly battle, but if you go and you give blood, you don't have to be a policeman or a fireman or in the safety. You can just simply give blood that day, and then you put a vote in. And I do want to make a soft plug that fire won last year by about 30 votes. So every vote matters.
Really? Okay, so is it a battle of firemen and police officers coming in to give blood, or everyone who comes in, you vote for either?
Yep, either or. So it's really cool, you know, the kickoff day to see Chief Leahy and see other leaders in our community come in and give blood and really just endorse the fact that as a community it makes us stronger. But what's really cool is a lot of just people from the community come in and want to show their support for our safety personnel. So
okay, that's great.
And there is swag. I always want to make that selfless plug that you'll get a cool shirt that day. And then Pizza Hut, one of our sponsors, is giving away a personal pan pizza.
Oh,
so fill your belly after you give blood.
Yes, that is so great. That is wonderful. And so with this time of year also, people are at home plugging in things, lights, and staying warm. And you all have different safety tips for those at home to be aware of. So please share with me a few for the winter.
Absolutely. Everyone thinks of the Red Cross, thinks of blood, but actually the amount of disasters we attend in our community and we support in our community is just so humbling, and a lot of those could be prevented. So I often tell people, you know, as we bring space heaters into the home, it should be plugged in straight into the wall. Let's avoid your power strips. You shouldn't overload things. So we all love the Christmas lights and the decorations, but the reality is a lot of times we overload spaces. So there shouldn't be 3 and 4, you know, extension cords and things plugging in together. And probably the biggest one, especially with cooking in our homes during the holidays, let's not heat the house by opening the oven and using the oven as a heater.
Oh, wow.
That's not what it's used for.
Is
so just some safety
see that
things.
a lot.
We do just see things like that. Also in this community, we will go into any home and install smoke alarms. It's something we do every Tuesday and Saturday, but we could do it a different day. You know, during the break, lots of kids are home, and we just really want to emphasize the safety no matter who's in the home. You have family and guests in the home, and our number one priority is prevention.
Yes, Yes.
So
Prevention.
call us anytime if you need smoke alarm installations.
That's
and we
great.
build a safety plan around it too. So we've talked to the family
Okay.
about what does it mean to be safe and what does that look like? What's an evacuation plan? Things like that.
Okay, and like you said, you know, this time of year, kids are at home, so this is the perfect time to get all of these plans in
Absolutely.
order. And just a little question about the Christmas tree. So I know a lot of families love to leave the lights on overnight. What do you recommend dealing with that?
We should definitely just be mindful of any other electrical things to just make sure they're turned off. And I know with the use of real Christmas trees, they become dry and they can become a nuisance. So just being mindful that, you know, we have different things in our home this time of year, some of us do, and just make sure it's always, you know, safety in mind.
Yes, safety in mind.
That's
Okay,
right.
wonderful. And if anyone would like to know about the badge, the Battle of the Badges, where can they go to find out information?
Anytime someone wants to donate blood, redcross.org for blood, and then it's FW Battle. So that would be specific to this blood drive, but you could go on our webpage anytime to find any location. And that's really important because for people who work outside of Fort Wayne or live outside of Fort Wayne, we can find a blood drive closest to you.
Okay.
This one's just great because it's such a celebration for our safety partners and what they do to make our community safe.
Yes,
So
yes.
cast your vote.
Yes. Okay, that's exciting. We all like a little battle.
That's right. A friendly one.
Right, friendly battle
That's
to
right.
see who wins. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Olivia, for providing that important safety information. And you can find out more information about the Red Cross and how to give blood, give back, and enjoy your holiday season. We'll have their information listed below, and we'll be right back.
Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And remember, if you missed an episode of Living Local 15, you can catch up on WANE.com and also on our YouTube channel. And guess what? It's Friday, so this is the Friday dance again. I hope you all enjoy your weekend and make it a great one. And I look forward to seeing you here on Monday. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.